Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bethany Empowers Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me. We are doing a new moon eclipse in Libra reading. Again, I apologize if this, I feel like maybe I'm just a perfectionist, but I don't really like the way this microphone sounds. I'm giving it another shot. Trying to figure out if it's like because it's against my clothes or if it's too close to me, too far away from me, if it's just a cheap microphone. Anyways, let me know if it's bothering you guys too, because it bothers me. Anyways, we will see, because when I test it, it sounds fine. But then when I upload the video and I listen to the audio, I'm like, why does it sound kind of muffled still? Anyways, I digress. So, new moon eclipse in Libra. That is happening tomorrow on October 2nd. Yes, today's the 1st. And so eclipses are known to be unpredictable and also very powerful as well as potent. A lot of things can be shaken up and change very quickly, and conflict, chaos, all those things can happen in order to get rid of the things we need to get rid of, put us on the right, put us in the right vibration, put us on the path we're supposed to be on, things like that. So relationships are also being highlighted with this one because it's in Libra. Libra rules the house that represents relationships. I can't remember which house it is, but it is that house. Libras are very much, they're ruled also by Venus. So, love, relationships, balance, harmony are all things that are wanting to happen with this new moon because we are in Libra season and it is the new moon in Libra. So let's see what comes out. Where's my list? First, we're going to do the theme. Probably I'm going to do, I just want to make sure I don't forget what I decided to do. I'm going to do the theme. So we'll use these cards to find out the theme. And then I will pull tarot cards for the theme also. And then for the other questions, we'll do relationship, we'll do abundance, we will do, what did I say, healing, and then advice. All right, so what is the theme for this new moon in Libra? And again, this is for all signs, general reading. I really hope that this microphone's working and you cannot hear that background noise. That's why I started using it. So what was I saying? It's a general reading. So yes, it is about what's happening during this new moon eclipse in Libra. But if you happen to see it before or after that, that is okay. And obviously before, it's going to relate to that. But if it's like after, like months after, a year after, and the messages are resonating for you, please take it. It doesn't matter, like, timing doesn't really matter. Okay, that's like way too many. I want this one. Divine Matrix. Yes, I'm feeling that. Let's get one more. So we have a 44, a master number. 4s are about stability. So whatever's happening, whatever's being shaken up, we have Divine Matrix, which to me feels like we're really being asked to focus our energy on, trying to find the words, like the Divine Matrix. And I guess I'm wanting to explain what that means, but I feel like most of us are asleep in, the matrix that I don't know who I want to say they, but whoever, the darker, maybe shadow aspects of society would like us to be stuck in, because it's more easily controlled, and we are being asked to step into our sovereignty and into our divine matrix timelines, which are again about sovereignty, about empowerment, choice, like us being able to choose our path, the path of the highest and best for everybody, not just ourselves, not just for our ego. That's really what's coming through. And so whatever is leaving and whatever is coming in is because of the 44, the stability. 4s are about stability. I'm really feeling that it's in favor of us creating more security and stability in our lives. Okay, do we want another one, or is that enough? Is that enough for the theme? I'm feeling like that's enough. Okay. All right, let's go to tarot. So what tarot cards can support our, that one? Death, yeah. So a transformation is occurring, an internal transformation, so that outwardly our lives can be different, can change also. But it has to happen on the inside first, and that's what this card is about. So first things have to die, as in metaphorically, and not necessarily metaphorically, but I meant metaphorically die. Things need to end. So whether that's it is going to be a way that we show up. And that could look like people we choose, right? To be in relationship with, to be friends with. When I say relationship, I mean romantic. It could also represent how we show up in like familial relationships, because those, we can't necessarily always walk away from, whether it's our parents, our siblings, our grandparents, our uncles, aunts, cousins, children, whatever. Those are more difficult to just end, right? Realistically. And so it's about how we show up in those relationships that are changing. And so that can't happen until we do the inner work to realize, what do I need to change? How do I need to show up differently? So that stuff is ending, or it could be very much like where you're living, or the job that you're in, or maybe how you're showing up in your job, or the way you're looking at where you live, right? Like I've been getting a lot of messages lately about focusing more on gratitude, like what do we have, instead of focusing on what don't we have, so that we can soften into that energy of abundance, of bringing us more of what we do want. That is I feel like that is a big theme in our world that gets talked about a lot. Gratitude, the attitude of gratitude, and needing to focus on the things that we want and that we desire rather than the things that we don't. And I feel like it keeps coming up because a lot of people struggle with this. It's easy to focus on the things that are in front of us that we're like, wow, this really fucking sucks. And I really don't like this, right? And so how do we shift from that to, okay, I see what I don't want, I see what I don't like, and then look at, okay, why did that happen? And then you go into that rabbit hole, and that's where the transformation happens, where okay, how did I show up to attract this? Or even if you felt like this kind of just came into your life without like you subconsciously attracting it, maybe some people are just attracted to your light or attracted to what you're doing. What behaviors did you give into to engage in that person or that thing? Because it's not necessarily just about what we are attracting. It's about, once we attract something, how are we engaging with it? So that can be like, maybe you attracted something that you really wanted, but then you pushed it away, right? So like you attracted it, but how are you going to keep it, right? Like what are the behaviors you're doing to keep it? And making sure this is still on. And then also, like, maybe you attracted something that you didn't want, that you were like, what the heck? Well, I've been working to like not attract these types of things, but this may be like not necessarily a test, but something to that effect of like showing the universe, okay, you attracted something you didn't want, and maybe you weren't trying to attract it, but you did anyway, just because maybe it was attracted to you, right? And because maybe that person needed something from your energy, but how are you engaging with it? So are you changing your behaviors and saying no to it, or are you still engaging with it and focusing more on I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this? And then that is showing the universe, okay, they are going to focus on that. They want more of that. Okay. I feel like I had to cut myself off right there because I could have just kept talking and talking. Okay, so that is the theme. Let's look at how it's affecting relationships. So this can be romantic, it can be friendship, it can be, I'm really looking at external relationships here. So anything outside of you, because of course everything is a reflection of the relationship with yourself too. But I really am looking at how is it affecting your outside relationships, romantic or otherwise. familial, so family, friendship, even work situations. Let's see. We have the Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Hermit. So there's a lot of learning. So because there's going to be some introspection and learning, and also, I'm not learning. It is learning. The Page of Swords is about observing and learning. The Queen of Swords is about cutting things off that you don't want. So this is like going inward and really feeling. I'm not even necessarily feeling. It's observing. You're noticing, because it's more mental. This is mental energy, and the Hermit is Virgo energy, but it's so it's more grounded in reality, I feel like. So it's going inward and really focusing, like noticing what relationships or what aspects of the relationships are not serving you. What do I need to cut out? You're being very detached from it. I'm not going to pull more on that. I'm going to clarify these. So you're learning something, observing something, or things, behaviors, patterns, people, ways of being that need to change, and shedding light on, okay, this is what I'm responsible for, and this is how I'm showing up, and this is what I need to do. That's what it feels like. Okay. Also, the Queen of Swords is a very Libra energy. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. All right, let's look at abundance. So what's happening with abundance? Because this represents money. It can represent career. It can also represent just like having an abundance of whatever it is you need. So maybe you're looking for a community, or you're looking for, I don't know, something outside of money. Abundance is just a lot of something, having enough of something, feeling like you're in an abundant energy. So generally when we think about that, we think about money, because money provides us with the opportunities to do what it is we desire, right? And so that's generally why, but it can represent anything for you. Maybe you're looking for an abundance of peace, an abundance of love, an abundance of support, however that shows up for you. So just take it as it resonates. The Nine of Cups, look at that, wishes being fulfilled. Beautiful. Let's get one more on that. And the Four of Cups, interesting. The Four of Cups is not, again, this is about not taking things that you don't want to focus on, not taking offers that you don't want. So only accepting the offers that are truly like, that make you feel like, fuck yeah, that's what I want. And if you have to hesitate at all, again, this is a 4. So we're talking about stability here. Perhaps you would say yes to things simply because you were like, well, it's easy money, or it's, something to that effect. Like it's an easy gig. It'll be easy, or it'll be quick, or I don't know. There's something around, let's get one more. Yeah, the Two of Wands. This is about making decisions, like deciding. Yeah, it's about what are you deciding to take and not take. You're really being asked to look at that, and how what you do take is either adding to your abundance or depleting your abundance, right? So and when I say take, I mean, what are you allowing into your energy field? What are you engaging in? Who are you engaging with? What type of people are you choosing to work with? Or if you're even on social media, what type of people are you following and giving your energy towards, right? Or if you're watching on YouTube, like what types of people are you listening to, paying attention to, putting your energy into, and having a reciprocal relationship? You're being asked to only focus on the things that truly feel like are going to add to your pile of cups here. Like, and when I say add, I mean, like I said a minute ago, what is bringing more to you instead of taking more than from you. Okay. Now we have our healing message. So what are we healing, or what do we need to know about what we are healing right now? What is this transformation? Since we had the Death card as our theme, what are we transforming? And then we'll get some advice on all of it after. And I will clarify some of this just to see if there's any more messages that want to come through. Okay, healing. Wow. All right, the Chariot, another 4, the 4 of Swords, and the Well. So the Chariot is about spiritual advancement. It's about moving forward spiritually. Like, it is Cancer energy too, which is a water sign. Let me see. And then the 4 of Swords is about resting and taking a break, pausing. The Chariot can sometimes be like a quick movement, almost to like, and these are kind of opposite energies, and that this is very quick moving forward, and then this is like stopping and halting and needing to stop and take a break. And with the Well card is unique to this deck. It's an extra card. I'm going to clarify these right now because I'm not getting a full message just from those. Let me clarify what the Chariot and the 4 of Swords and the Well mean for our healing message. I mean, I definitely am feeling like resting more, taking more breaks. If you start feeling overwhelmed by the transformation or the change that's happening, to fill up your well. And it's also to like pause and look at like, okay, what am I throwing into my well? As in, I'm feeling it's like wishing well, right? Like, what am I wishing for? Is what I'm doing, like, do I need to add more to it? Do I need to change it? I don't know. Something like that. Lovers, yeah. Again, it's about choice. What am I choosing? Let's get one more to clarify. I do feel some confusion around this healing message. It's like maybe it is just because we're in this kind of, we might be in a cocoon period with the 4 of Swords. That would be like cocoon energy where we're almost ready to come out, but we're not fully out, and so we're just like still confused. Yeah. What are we clarifying with the 4 of Swords? The 4 of Swords. So it has a lot to do with resting and what are we choosing? Like, this can also be meditating and making sure we're going inward, which we already saw with the Hermit card. I am feeling this very like we're almost ready to emerge from the cocoon, or maybe we already started, right? If you're thinking about a butterfly coming out of its cocoon, like there's a period of like it starts breaking free, but then it maybe needs to stop because it's like it's tired or it's like maybe it's confused. We don't know what they're thinking while they're in there. And thinking like I can't do this. Like there is this element of like pushing through, making some progress with the Chariot, right? That's advancement, progress, accomplishment. You're making some strides, and then you have to stop, and then like, gosh, I'm tired. Like, give yourself that time to stop and rest, and don't push yourself too much. Oops, that wasn't loud. I don't know what it sounds like. I keep forgetting I'm wearing this thing. Now that I hit it again. Okay. And making sure, like, I feel like the well to me feels like the Ace of Cups in this sense, except it's like wells are a lot bigger than a cup. So you may like with each time that you stop to recharge, to rest, to rejuvenate, to refuel, your well gets bigger, as in you expand more. So there's this expansion happening every time that you rest. So as much advancement that you make, you need to equally rest. All right. So how take that however it resonates for you in terms of um like you'll know energetically the way it feels. Like I don't think there's a logical like measure to say like this is an equal amount of rest that I just did from the change I made, right? But I feel like you'll know. You just need to feel into it and trust yourself. Okay, now we're going to get into the advice. So, what is the advice for all of us that's happening this week during the full or new moon mirror? Who or what is triggering you? So, if there's things on the outside that are triggering you, it's really asking you to look within and see what is it telling you about what you need to change. I mean, we already talked about that, right? Get one more. We need one more. Play is on the bottom. I don't really feel like have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. I am going to take that one because I feel like that's, again, needed if you're doing this like internal deep healing work. We need to balance it out with the play, the fun, you know? Okay, so let's see with the advice, who or what is triggering you. The Queen of Cups, Strength, and the Hierophant. So Queen of Cups can be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but it's really just about, again, I was feeling with the Well card, the ability to expand and hold more and to fill your own cup and to be nurturing towards yourself. And then we have Strength and the Hierophant. Strength is Leo, but it's about our willpower. It's our ability to be internally strong, not outwardly strong. So it can be about restraint, holding back. And along with the Hierophant, this is about listening to your higher guidance and higher wisdom, your higher self. So perhaps there is, things around you, perhaps people are going to be affected by this energy that are not as self-aware, right, as you are, that you may be encountering, that they're asking you to, like, if they're triggering you, find the compassion, the nurturing, the love for yourself, and if possible for them, and learn how to hold back and not engage in power struggles, in things, again, like, it's like, who are and what are you giving your energy to? It's like with children, it's like we praise the behaviors we want to see, which I'm not saying is the easiest thing to do all the time, because we were most likely brought up and taught, and treated this way, where it's more about focusing on what you're doing wrong and punishing what you're doing wrong and putting all the energy on what you're doing wrong rather than what you're doing right. Yes, we can acknowledge maybe the mistakes that we've made, but we're not going to focus solely on that, because then we're just going to bring more of that, right? And so if you're a parent or a teacher, or you work with children, or you just understand this in general, you get what I'm saying about, you want to reward the behaviors or focus on the behaviors that you want to see and not on the ones that you don't want to see, because where your attention goes, energy flows, right? Where energy flows, where your attention goes. I don't know how the saying is. So that's what we're learning here with this new moon, is like, whatever it is you're trying to do, heal, manifest, create, focus on what you want instead of what you don't want. And if you're being triggered by other people, focus on figuring out the lesson and loving yourself and trying to have compassion or understanding and boundaries with the person that's triggering you if you need to, instead of getting all caught up in the drama of it. And it's also saying be playful with yourself and others too, around maybe conflict or what you're being triggered by. Maybe it's like, can we be more lighthearted about, oh man, I got really upset about that, didn't I? Right? Like, trying to make a joke about it. Like, say you get in a fight with somebody, like your significant other or your child or your parents or, someone, I don't know, anyone else. And, you realize you take responsibility for what you did, and then you kind of just be like, man, I don't know what happened to me there. I was really like, I was really struggling. And you kind of like try to be more lighthearted about it with yourself and with the other person or people. I hope that makes sense. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. So now I want to just see if there's anything we need to clarify about I don't feel like we need to clarify the theme, but let's just see. Theme, do we need any more? That one, the Knight of Cups. That, again, I like this Knight of Cups because it shows him drinking his own cup, which to me feels like, be sure you're nourishing yourself before giving to other people. When you're in the death state, this cocoon phase, where you're not quite out into the new, but you're almost there, make sure that you are giving to yourself before giving to other people, and that you're following your heart, as in what you truly desire and want. That is the Knight of Cups. Okay. And to like what feels good. Okay. Okay, so I was going to clarify the relationship message, and I have Three of Swords and the Five of Cups. So this is choosing to move on from the past, stop looking at the past, things that didn't work out, the pain, the heartbreak, the healing, and stop focusing on that. And instead, like I was saying, choose to cut out the people, the behaviors, the places, the habits you have that give into that energy, that keep you stuck in feeling regretful and feeling the pain, the heartbreak. Like, why are we, and figuring out, why am I holding on to this? Ask yourself that. Why? Why am I doing this? I know it doesn't feel good. I know it doesn't serve me anymore. So what's the point? And if there is no point left and you feel like you've gained the lesson, I don't want to say should, but it could and can be easy to let it go. Okay, now for the abundance message. What do we need to clarify here? None of these feel right. Okay, abundance. Let's just give us one clarifier if needed. If not, I will move on to the next pile. Okay, or three. The Ten of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. We had talked about choosing. This does feel like putting on the burden of feeling like you need to have the last word or need to be right. Like that's really what it feels like. And that's just our ego, right? I don't know what, yeah. So it's like, what are you, it's like not giving into arguments. And that goes along with the advice card. So the advice for your abundance is similar, to what we just talked about, which is like not carrying this burden of like, I need to be right. I need to speak this. I need to say this to this person. Because that would be focusing, because it's almost like I need to tell this person off, or I need to tell this person what I think or feel. And it's like, no, you don't actually. That's your ego needing that validation or needing that victory or needing to feel like, high and mighty or something. So there's something around your abundance with that is like, notice what you're choosing to talk about and to say to other people or to yourself. So yeah, I'm going to move on from that. Okay, we already clarified the healing message. Now we're just going to clarify the advice, see if there's anything else. And then, Tower and the Three of Cups. So the Tower is letting a foundation fall, letting something completely end. We've already talked about that. We have the Death card, now the Tower card. Along with the Three of Cups, this is about coming together with other people in community, people that you love and are like-minded and that you enjoy spending time with. It's about celebrating. Yeah, so I was talking about the message of like being more lighthearted. Can you be more lighthearted about your past, about things that have ended, that were maybe it was painful at the time, but now that you've moved through it, you can kind of see it from a different perspective. And perhaps even celebrating something that at the time felt like I didn't want that to end, and I wasn't prepared for that to end, but it did anyway. But now looking back, you're like, it was a good thing that it did. Yeah, and the Six of Cups. And the 6 plus the 3 is the Nine of Cups. So it's like, even though like the Six of Cups is about nostalgia, so it's finding the nostalgic energy around things that ended, right? Instead of looking at the pain and the heartbreak, it's like looking at the beauty it also brought through the destruction, through the death, through the ending, and being able to hold both at the same time. Like, because you're in this energy of being healed, you've learned the lessons, you've gained the wisdom. You don't need to continue looking at it. I kind of wanted to get more. I'll just get one of these. So yeah, that's what it feels like. Be more lighthearted and yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. I think that's good. Okay, let it go. I mean, cannot make this up. What do you need to let go? It's time to let it go. You will know what that is. If you don't know, schedule a reading with me. And if you don't know, ask for it to come through. Meditate or ask for a sign to come through, whether that's through watching readings or it's through music or, like I said, your own intuitive guidance. You get like angel numbers or, any other way that you get clarification or messages coming through. Ask. If you're not sure, what do I need to let go? Ask the universe and they are going to provide that answer for you. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys have a wonderful new moon eclipse in Libra. I'm here if you would like a reading. That information is below. You can also email me. Follow me on Instagram as well at Bethany Empowers. And don't forget to like and please, like the video. It helps me get seen more. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your friends and comment if you want to comment. I love hearing from you guys. So until the next time, I will see you later.